Let me get this set up really quickly. I just spent like a good amount of time trying to take a thumbnail and title this live stream. Let me get a few more things here. I'm gonna wait until a few more people join as well. Ugh. This little bucket as a table for now. So I want to stay in my room. Stay in my room. But hello to all. Welcome. Atepu. Grand rising, grand afternoon, and grand evening to you all. Not wearing jewelry. And I just showered and washed my hair. So I am feeling very refreshed. And then literally after, I diffused my hair, I went for a walk and it was super duper windy. So I was like, oh, let me go back and finish drying my hair, I guess. But I'm gonna eat this delicious food. This blessed meal that I prepared from hemp hearts, a little bit of honey, pistachios, as you can see, sliced peaches, and then oatmeal, no flavor, like just regular oatmeal for the base. I heated it up before I went to get my stuff to go live, and I was like, oh, it's gonna get cold if I wait and talk and then eat. So I'm gonna eat this really quick. Not really quick. I'm gonna take my time so my nervous system doesn't think I'm in danger from rushing. But welcome into all. Hello. My name is Jaziel. And this is probably going to be a long stream because I'm going to be reviewing a lot of topics and a lot of connections, but I just posted on my community channel post the last prediction that had not come true yet. Literally happened last night with the FBI shutting down. It's just everything. I don't know how else to phrase it without looking at the article, but I posted the screenshot on my community post tab, and there's literally a 10-minute long video where there's a 10-minute long video of the predictions that I had for this year of 2025. I posted it, I believe, the beginning of February of this year, but it was from my TikTok. What are you eating? Well, this is some oatmeal with hemp hearts and peaches, a few pecans and pistachios, and then, some honey drizzled. So I'm gonna eat and let a few, more people come in, but that looks good. Thanks. But yeah, after I finish eating and whatnot, thank you for liking the live. I'm gonna get into the predictions, and since I have this laptop here, I'm going to actually show my channel and videos that way. So I'm very excited. Very excited today. So much fun we're gonna have. You look nice. Thank you. I just showered and washed my hair. You guys are just joining. Hello. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. Thank you for the likes and the hearts. Thank you. But yeah, one day I'm gonna go over all the spiritual science stuff and show you guys my posters. And I know that more people watch the playbacks of my live, but I was going through them last night as well. I was staying up late, and people gravitate towards the lives where I just talk, like where I sit and talk. Like my most viewed live stream is where I'm doing a get ready with me and I'm talking. So yeah. Not McDonald's, no. Love from India. Hello. Thank you for that hug. Love from Michigan. Thank you. Hello. Hello everyone. So thank you for the likes. If you're just joining, this is gonna be a long stream. I had a lot of predictions from 2025 that, yeah, boo McDonald's. I had a lot of predictions from 2025 from this year, I'm saying, that came true. So the last one was that the FBI was going to shut down. In the video, I said 3-letter agencies, but literally that's one of them, right? So yeah, and I posted about that with the screenshot as proof on my community posts. So yeah, but I'm going to finish this and then get into the everything. Thank you for the hearts. And also, I didn't check my subscriber count today, but I checked it last night, and I am 1 subscriber away from that 150 subscribers goal that I had for the end of this year. So hopefully by the end of this stream, I'll have a few subscribers. Not to toot my own horn, you know. But that is still the goal for the end of this year. A few days left. So whoever wants to be that 150th for me, thank you in advance. Oh my gosh, y'all talking so much in the chat. I'm a vegetarian. I'm adjacent, so yeah. Hello. I got fries and soda from McDonald's. I hate chicken nuggets though. Me too. It's literally poison. Yeah. Stop talking about McDonald's in the comments though. That's literally poison. Literally poison. Crazy. And I'm also I'm laughing because it's like I have so many nutritional videos and YouTube shorts about the health and nutrition of eating plant-based, and then people come here talking about McDonald's. Oh my gosh. It's all right though. This is so good. I had the same thing yesterday, except I didn't add pistachios to it. So this is like a very crunchy meal. You spelled spelled vegan? Vengens. Oh my god. I had to go off camera so I didn't show the food in my mouth. Oh my gosh, so it's funny. Yes, save the environment, absolutely. It's so cute that I have such a positive chat today instead of the trolls that come in. Why are y'all typing out words like that? I know it's funny, but I'm looking at all the acronyms with the dots. I'm like, oh, they're just putting dots in between the words. They're not actually typing out acronyms for stuff. F.U.N.N.Y. Oh, they're silly. But how is everybody going? How's the chat doing since we have some entertainers here? How's it going? I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing fine. Yeah. Thanks. Not good? Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that, but oh, yeah, I get that. I knew y'all sounded young. Talking about my my parents fighting. Yeah, I sound very young in the comments now. What does that mean? What does that last comment mean? What? Huh? What? What? Bro, I'm thinking about deleting TikTok. I came on YouTube to doom scroll. It's funny. Well, I'm the opposite of doom scrolling. I'm actually educational and holistic health content. So If you want to learn, you can stay around. Sorry. That's hilarious. Someone said for real same. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. I really do. I'm not just saying that. I do appreciate it. Cause like people will watch the lives like after I post them, and it's like 130, 120, 100, whatever, right? But people don't like the live. So if you like the live or comment, it boosts the content in the algorithm. If you just watch it and swipe, you're telling the algorithm, excuse me, that this content confirmation, excuse me, you're telling the algorithm that this content is only worth watching to a certain extent. And that's why when we have analytics, it shows how it shows the age range of the person, like the demographics, like, oh, this person in the US from 18 to 24 years old watched your video or liked the video or whatever it is. Like, it's very specific demographics. I love the slide. Thank you. I just stopped by to watch. Okay. But doom scrolling is just an emotional, okay, how do I say it? Doom scrolling is just like dissociating. So when you don't want to deal with an emotional thing or you don't want to focus on something internally, you look for things outside of yourself. You reach for things outside of yourself. So it is fun, but it's also fun just because it's fake dopamine in your brain. That's why they literally, when you go on social media, when you scroll, it's the same like design, right? You have the box frame, like the square frame, and you're swiping up. Just like in casinos, you swipe with lottery machines. They design it to be the same way. You're getting fake dopamine hits from that. So then you're rewiring your brain to every time you want to have dopamine or positive hormones released in your brain, you doom scroll, you get high, you bet, you whatever. So, well, either way, if you swipe down or swipe up, either way, like you could swipe in any direction. The the point being that it's literally set up to be like lottery machines and stuff like that. Like I didn't make that up. Like I watched like a documentary video on betting and gambling because I literally went to a casino one time in my life. That's it. One time. And you know what happened? They give you money. They're like, oh, you're a new player. You're a guest. Here's $10 to bet with, right? So they give you a card and you swipe, to keep track of your money on the card. And however much you want to bet, you just swipe it and choose, like, okay, I want to go to this machine that bets 5 cents. So you're putting 5 cents in to, see if you win money back from that 5 cents. Some people are like, oh, you put 5 cents in, you got 5 cents back out. You put 5 cents in, you got nothing back out. You put 5 cents in, you get it. So it's like that. And very, very, very few people actually win because it's literally designed in a certain way with certain algorithms. So yeah, but some people, they have enough pattern recognition to be able to, with certain machines, right, to be able to figure out when to stop, like when to hit the button, right? So, yeah. I don't even care if I explain that right because, like, I'm not a casino expert. So, I don't even care. Betting is wrong and it wastes your energy and your money. I don't care. But for those who are new, I would formally share my business cards. This is the very first one that I made. It has this beautiful, I don't know if you guys see that with the lighting, hopefully. Cherry blossom magnolia lilies on it. And then this is the most recent. And these are paper cards, so I didn't rip it off yet, but there it is. If you guys want to see the words, because I just realized it's mirrored. Don't look at my laundry. Don't look at it. There it is. All right. You can see the lighting better with this. And then this one. So, because it also, when I did the workshop for the community last month, they were like, "Oh, what does this stuff mean?" And it's like, it's just a grounding coach. I teach people how to ground their energy and their bodies. Multiple different techniques. So this was from the healthmichigan.org, but it cut off the website and the picture at the bottom because it's like, fit to frame. So we couldn't put anything in that last bottom line. So yeah, I had one of my business mentors look over it before printing it. So, oh my gosh, almost knocked over this tripod. Whoops. But also, I live in a small town, so the area that I'm in, like, people are not very smart, so they're, yeah, anyway. It's too religious, like, too religious. The massage and wellness studio that I partnered with was literally telling me how people called yoga demonic. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's who we're dealing with. Cool, awesome, nice. So, but either way, I have to explain my practices because I put a few of them together. Let me read the comments because I just talk for a little bit. I swear that. I eat random things. What? Allergic to strawberries, but you ate them, but you didn't know it. LOL. Oh my gosh. What? What? Slay. I have the same lip gloss. Okay, if you do, then what flavor is this? Huh? Without seeing it. What font is that? I have it on. Bro, you're not even answering which one it is. Okay, here. What? Target. Oh, okay. It's vitamin E. So it's literally just vitamin E lip gloss. That's how you know I'm literally a naturalist and a holistic person myself. I don't just tell people, I do it. It's okay if you forgot. I was just joking. Where was I? Anyway. Anyway, we need to the juicy stuff now. And low key, last live stream I was playing music in the background, but oh, whoa. Hold on. Is what I was listening to last night. It's healing your inner child frequency. I'm just showing this so y'all can see the title, but from the Sound Healers, and it played for. Wait, it went away. Hold on. 8 hours. That's right. I went to sleep to this. I'm gonna play a bit for y'all so you can hear it. This is for healing your inner child and reclaiming your soul's innocence. Amazing, right? I'm okay. Yeah, I was just listening with my eyes closed, soaking it in. The solfeggio frequencies of healing. Literally, if I didn't have solfeggio frequencies and music to listen to, boy, I would be a very different person. But so would the whole world, right? So would the whole world. I'm trying to navigate this layout. I'm trying to, because like YouTube on a phone and a desktop is different. So I'm trying to get to my page. Okay, so let me switch this a little so y'all could see what I'm seeing. I love my creative font. Yeah, that's silly. A little. So here it is, the balance beam. Oh my gosh! Yeah, 152. Yeah, let's get it. All right, thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. I don't know if it was subscribers from the live or, from overnight, I guess. I don't know, but here you guys, I want to see if they show the analytics somewhere. But see, people watch it post stream. Okay, here's the post. This is it. This is what I was talking about. The screenshot. Literally, when I said I saw it last night, I'm not joking. 10:39. All right, Director Patel announces permanent closure of FBI headquarters in D.C. The Bureau has finalized plans to permanently close this FBI building, ending years of debate over the agency's deteriorating headquarters. They will relocate most of its staff in the existing Ronald Reagan building. So it's not a complete closure of the FBI, but it's a dismantling of it and the old ways of doing things. So different. But yeah, I posted more details about this, right? So if you like to read it, go ahead. Literally I posted about this before I went live so I could reference it. And then this is what I was talking about, trying to put a thumbnail and a title, and then my food getting cold. So yeah, amazing, right? But see, this was and now I'm pretty sure this is probably the most watched live stream now. Oh no, it went up. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I forgot the poetry one I did, actually. That's true. But this I did on Christmas. Christmas Day. And then this is the one where I was getting ready with me doing a bunch of aesthetic stuff and just talking. So, but I don't know how much thumbnails play a part in these things because as you can see, this is 128 views, no thumbnail. And then look, these are 109, 103, 102, all have thumbnails. So I don't know. This is literally my favorite picture of myself, the full zoomed out version of it. But yeah. And this is the most important stream. Wait, y'all can't even fully see the thing. This is the most important stream that I have put together in terms of explaining things and being serious and talking about holistic health and being a shaman and all of these things together with Mother Nature, right? Like the web of life, living in harmony with all things. So, yeah. But before I took my business and stuff seriously, and before I did the community workshop, I was doing a bunch of stuff in September, like a Vibrant Souls night every Friday for 3 weeks, and then in it was either Tuesdays or Wednesdays I would share poetry, and then I was like, I ran out of material. I guess I can't. Not that I can't, but I guess I'm not gonna keep posting and doing this. Excuse me. And then this is just random stuff that I would post whenever I had messages. So, as you can see, it would be random times, and like this is literally from a cemetery garden before going to a funeral. I thought they were all going to show little snippets. All right. And then some of them I just went live in between going live on TikTok. And then I started going for walks and like going live at the park. And then I started sharing a lot of things that I learned. Well, I'm just realizing I forgot to take it out of chronological order. So let me put it back in chronological order. But I would do things like, okay, just doing a mukbang, talking about conspiracy theories, 43 views. And then the next one, you know, guess in chat, mukbang, 36 views. And then just talking about life, ranting, none of this matters. Like, and then literally people were trolling me so much that I had to stop streaming and then go back live. And then I just started walking and talking outside again. And then I would walk around in nature and talk, and then do some cooking ones. And, you know, y'all could literally see the progression of my mind and ASMR. Is it ASMR? That's great that my voice is soothing. And some of them I just, again, they were random. Like I was saying, I would post in between TikTok live streams and then go live on here. Excuse me. And I didn't rename the live, so it just said the Balanced Buddhist is live. But my old YouTube channel name used to be The Angry Buddhist, and that was when I was doing open mics, and I would go on stage as the Angry Buddhist. Oh, I passed it. So if you guys go back, you can see open mic performance. And then this was literally during spring break at the Vortex in Texas. So this is a professional video. These two are professional videos. And they do this one specifically, this was from a performance arts center in near where I used to live in Virginia. So they would do this every single Wednesday. So if you tune in, they live stream every single Wednesday, like a little open mic talent show type thing. And same thing with this. This is like poetry I did at a rock metal type of venue. And then this one was like an event just specifically for poetry called Speak It Into Existence. So at one point I was just posting what I was doing and traveling. I had like vlogs that I had on my camera roll, and I still have some of them in like pictures, but I just didn't feel like adding vlogging in there, so I got to go bye. Okay. Bye-bye. Thanks for being here. But yeah, I posted a song, like this was a little teaser and then a song to the remix. To the remix. I forgot I wore that neon ski mask in the video. Yeah, let me put this closer. I I just realized how far away the the laptop looks. Sorry. But yeah, so I made a music video this year too, and a remix to that. And the They Not Like Us song was so popular after he did it at the Super Bowl. It was popular before, but oh my gosh. And then this is the video I'm talking about though, where I said a bunch of predictions about 2025 and they all came true basically. So yeah. But I used to do tarot readings on my old TikTok account. If you guys oh, hello friend. Hi. Or yeah, hi. This way. Hello. So I used to do tarot readings on TikTok and I was close to like 500 followers before I deleted it, but this is wait, where is it? Yeah, this is the predictions video I did for 2025 and if you watch it, literally every single thing that happened this year I talked about. Or sorry, vice versa. Every single thing that I talked about in the video happened this year. Not that I just said every single detail of 2025. That'd be silly. But yeah, I used to post just channeled messages and stuff, motivational content before getting certifications and such and whatnot and such. And then I talked about like, and you could see it like with the like the video here. You could see, hey, this is the last TikTok account, someone's wildest dreams. This was the one before I had now. So yeah. I don't know if anybody whoa, oh my gosh. I don't know if anybody transferred from those from that last TikTok channel over to my YouTube, but I'm thankful for these. Very thankful. So a lot of my content also, I just wanted to post in one spot. So there was a time where I would post on TikTok and post the same thing on here. Like this video is on my TikTok. This grounding video is on my TikTok. This is directly from TikTok. This is too. So if you see a video that's like 10 minutes like long, that's the longest duration you can post on TikTok. So yeah. Let me see. Yep, and then this was some of them I just wanted to put on here too, but I think I have more engagement and community. This is also from TikTok. Like, you can see the captions thing on here. But I have more engagement on my YouTube channel, and like people will like my comments or reply to a comment, but I also will get like shadow banned or a lot of fake accounts follow me or like, oh, you followed this person. Here's a, a copycat of this account, and they would follow me. So I'm like, you know what? That's really strange activity. And I don't know why social media has become that way to just literally copy people's content and change the name a little. But I don't know. I don't know how that started. But you could see like I was on a really spiritual, religious journey, and then this video blew up. In relation to the others, 69 views is a lot. So yeah, and then this was when I was visiting family, and literally right after this, I went home on the Amtrak and fell down the stairs and went through a divine order and releasing internal chaos and a lot of ego deaths. So yeah, I don't want to talk about it for too long, but I've been consistent since, well, for a year and 3 months, I've been consistently posting. So yeah. When can we see? I don't know what that last word says. I'll be honest, because of the font that you used, I can't read that. But yeah, I'd appreciate it if everyone would, where'd it go? Oh my gosh, I just scrolled right past it. If everyone would watch this video, because it's literally a message from the earth, you know? So yeah, but these are just like some of them I kept up like the random tarot messages, but I'm not gonna ever delete these. Like, this is what I started my channel on, and this is also like really important expression type stuff. But yeah, I put one ASMR video in there from when I meditated by a stream. So yeah. Let me see what my most popular videos are. Well, when can we see you? You are seeing me. This is literally what I wanted to put this live as, like going over my channel and the predictions. So yeah, you are seeing me. This is my favorite one though, because this was like directly from source also, and it's 20 minutes long, but a lot of the videos that are longer, it's like it's a lot of connections that I'm making, you know, versus a short message. Right. Like this one, 16 minutes, 36 seconds. Me talking, walking around in a park, you know, versus a minute and 21 seconds. Oh, let me just share this poem real quick, you know. Let me see what this one is. It's not showing a preview. Oh yeah. So yeah, a bunch of messages, bunch of random stuff here. But yeah, I want to just go over stuff because I normally do a live for at least 30 minutes to 45 minutes and then I get off. But I've been trying to do longer live streams on YouTube. So whenever I feel inspired, like this one I talked about a lot, like internal things, the stuff I was thinking. I was sun gazing as well. And I even cried in the video. Like I got emotional talking about stuff. And then this one is an hour long, but it's me talking and watching the sunrise. So these two are like super personal, super, you know, diving into my internal world and my beliefs. And then this is just talking about a few things as well. So yeah, and then this is just me yapping. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I was like, oh, we're almost at 100. Let me go live to get that 100. So 111, usual number. But yeah, so this is really my channel. This one I was, you know, little high. I'll be honest. But you could hear in my voice, like. Anyway, I don't even. Let's not get into that, right? um. Some of them, the hashtags boosted it in the algorithm for me. But I like this video that I did too. Like, it's really cool. So, on an hour 39 minutes, hour and 4 minutes, hour 18 minutes, you know, these are not short listens, but at the same time, some of the videos and lives I post were like, whatchamacallit, were like therapy, where I'm going out in nature and I'm just talking about how I feel, you know, or what's on my mind. But I'm going to show the YouTube the YouTube shorts, because I get so many views on here. And, well, you're funny in the chat. Some of my older live streams, I didn't even talk to chat because I just knew a lot of people wouldn't join it live. They would watch the playback of it. A lot of people like to watch what I do and keep tabs on me. So, you know, I'm like, It's fine. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, like, as y'all can see, 2K views. This is from an old TikTok that I reposted as well. So, but you're gonna notice a lot of them is from cooking, you know, nutritional stuff. This one is funny though. This is hilarious. You can ask the flowers. Oh, now they're playing a different audio. Okay, it's just whatever. I don't know what happened. But the Dairy Queen sign said hiring enthusiasm. So, as you can see. Wow, 2K. Yes. It's cool, you know, to see what people gravitate towards, what the algorithm pushes, stuff like that, you know. But yeah. Then some of them, like this one, I'm just outside meditating. This is a super popular audio right now. This bless the telephone. Nice to hear your voice. See why? I don't know why it does that. It's nice to hear your voice again. I've waited all day long. Even wrote a song for you. It's strange the way. It's nice. I love Lobby and that song. This turtle just chilling in the train tracks.
This woman's ADHD tricks.
I hate how we get ads in between scrolling. If there were one thing that I would delete from this planet, it would be ads. Anyway, not to get riled up. But this is just meditating outside. And I felt like called to post this. Like, this is literally a random day. Me meditating outside. And it got 1K views. I don't know how to go back without going out of this completely. Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, this one got copyright. Like, I posted it, it got like over 600 you know, as you can see, views, and then it got copyright strike for this Trippie Redd song. Version 4. I'm not even gonna play the whole thing because it's freaking copyright BS. A casino ad. Nah, literally, I'm saying it's crazy. Just let people live. And then people, you know, talk about, oh, I'm ADHD, I'm this, I'm that. It's like your attention span doesn't even have time. It doesn't even give it a chance when you go online. That's why monks and like clergy, but mostly monks, because, you know, the monastic life is to be away from technology and attachments to relationships and places. But literally taking a vow of silence and living without a phone, without a person bothering you, without having to worry about a routine, without having to worry about what food you're eating. Oh my gosh, it gives you so much peace. So much peace, for real. Yeah, and then this is just a highlight from the other day. And then some of these are like, they're short, but they're just, you know, short videos that I posted from TikTok, like this one. This is literally a whole message about the importance of wearing a protective amulet or necklace that wards off spirits. As you can see, I'm wearing mine. And then this one was just something I posted again from TikTok. Jeez Louise.
Hello, grand rising, grand afternoon, grand evening. Here I am again.
Why is the audio doing that, bro?
Hello.
but to scream.
Why did you choose me?
This is also popular on TikTok. This sound. Oh my gosh. That's one of my posters from the community workshop I was telling you all about. Yeah, y'all can see like with the caption stuff, it's from TikTok. And the other thing that's funny about me wanting to quit and delete TikTok was like, oh, whatever reason, algorithm, shadow ban, it being bought out. But then I'm like, I literally edit my videos on TikTok. Ugh. So, yeah. But yeah, the only thing that's like whack about YouTube is they'll be so quick to copyright a sound. I'm like, please let me live. My gosh. And this is a highlight from the class too. It's amazing, yeah. And then some of the stuff is just me being silly and posting like somatic stuff like this. This is hilarious when I watch this video. Oh my gosh. It's gonna do it again. I remember posting that. And then I went live like a few weeks later. Ugh, okay. Please work. I don't know what's happening with the sound. It's like syncing to the video after it. I'm trying to just scroll up or down to fix it.
Hello, hello.
Please. Please. Oh my gosh. There it goes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That shoulder shimmy gets me every time. Oh. So I was trying to go back to me. Oops. Oopsie daisy. I know, that was funny. Teehee. So as you can see, I'm a very multi-dimensional person, very cultured, very balanced, very much so the balance being, as my name states, silly, serious, and creative. I'm getting thirsty now. I need to drink. And at 4:30, I'm gonna check on my laundry. My Invader Zim pajamas in the background. So yeah, big chillin'. And the weather has been so humid and hot these last few days that I went outside for a walk after washing my hair and drying it and whatnot. And it was so windy. I was like, oh my gosh. I need to go back in and put on a jacket. It's crazy. My hair loves to just dry in the middle part. Anyway. My little edges. Little baby hairs. So yeah. I'm thinking about playing a video. Mine. But a short one. A short one. I just had the thought in my head, like, wow, isn't it egotistical to play your own video in your live stream? And I'm like, oh, no, it's not. But I've grown a lot this year, so, me being consistent with YouTube and posting all this stuff and, putting it all in one place from my different social media platforms together has really helped me reflect recently. And then sometimes I don't get a concept until your makeup mirror broke. That sounds like some bad luck. I don't know what to tell you. But then sometimes I'll rewatch my videos and be like, oh wow, I needed to hear that message. I'm glad I recorded that so I could understand and comprehend the message today. And it's kind of funny how your ancestors will channel through you sometimes, you know? If you know, you know. If you're tapped in, you're tapped in. Yeah, I'm still trying to choose what video to post. I mean, not to post, but to play. Because some of them I get like super serious and I'm like, this is what's wrong with society and bam, bam, bam. And just, go on rants. And then, some of them I'm like, hey, ground outside right now. It's important for your health. So, if you want to know me and who I am, watch all of my videos. But yeah, some of them you just see me picking up some litter outside and talking. And then other ones I'm like, what's wrong with people? Stop lying to me. Yeah. Yeah, I had to learn it's not about the views though, because everything online has an algorithm to it now. So if you post a trending sound and then a video and do a voiceover, that trending sound will automatically make it go into the algorithm more versus the same thing on TikTok, really. But the thing about TikTok is it's way more trendy than just sounds. It's like sounds, and then like people will post, "Oh, this is what happened. Oh, this is what happened," and then I don't know how to explain it without a visual, but they're like, chili. Um, it's like, oh, trending effect or trending caption, trending slideshow with the sound behind it. So I don't know. TikTok is a little different for me, but it has significantly changed since 2023 when I joined. It was either 2022. Actually, yeah, it was 2022. It was before the BDS movement came to the United States. And then they started shadow banning us for Free Palestine. And I still have my kufiya. Still very much have my kufiya that was gifted from a Palestinian young man that worked at the job with me, and it's still tied in the same knot that I wore it last time. So, yep, very, very, very significant piece of clothing, very significant culture, very significant to me and my human rights protesting seer journey. And I washed it like twice when I was wearing it more often at work, but then I was like, this is too sacred to be getting dirty and touching the floor the way that I was wearing it when I was stocking in a store full time for the man. Never again. But yeah, so I'm just gonna talk really. I again did not do my little baby hairs or edges. I just put oil in my hair. Oh, don't come for me, please. Don't perceive me. Non-binary. Oh, no societal norms, please. But yeah, I'm still looking through this stuff to talk about something, I guess. But yeah, just some nature content, some dancing content, somatic education, movement, dissecting society, taking a step back and looking and sharing what I saw, being silly, being serious, posting stuff from the community workshop, posting trending stuff from TikTok, posting to just also have comparison. Because there's a video I'm looking at right now that has 6 views, and on my TikTok that got over 600 views. So, yeah. I don't know what to tell you in the chat. Like, you're not even talking about what I'm talking about, so let's stay on topic. Can't do anything for you, and your mirror breaking and you being mad. Like, handle what's important. But anyway, so I'm gonna just post this. Actually, there is one. Yeah, there's one where I'm talking about the importance of going outside. Wait, when was this date? It's random video. Yeah. Some of them are just like, oh, you know what? This one, the sound fits well with it. I'm trying to find the date. Okay, description. August 15th. Okay, August 15th. I'll just do a highlight from the other live. I'll share this one. Lost its life, was burned to death, right? So when you lead yourself out of blindness and out of arrogance, let's just say, and out of the ways of the natural order of things, as you heard at the end, you will be destroyed. You will ruin your entire being. And nature will have to correct you. Because everything has its own function and everything is properly in balance when we all practice our natural functions, our nature, right? Just like I cannot be fake and not be myself. I cannot. I can't. It's not in my nature. That's a phrase for a reason. It's not in my nature to be this way, to do this, to think this way. It's not in my nature to hold my tongue when people are lying about me. It's not in my nature to go back and forth with someone who I know is lost its life. Yeah. Let me see another quick little short. This is a good one. I still got PTSD. Okay, I didn't click on that, but alright. I still got PTSD. Grand. What the heck?
Hello, Grand Rise.
Where is it? That chayote squash was so good, bro. Oh my gosh. So good. I have no idea what video is playing right now. Oh my gosh. Stuff is glitching out for some reason. I'm literally on YouTube live trying to go on YouTube and it's glitching. Isn't that funny? Okay, look how far up in the shorts it had me. It had me in this row when I clicked on this video. Someone fix that.
When you
Fix it. Literally, what I just talked about. What is happening in this? Okay, there it goes. Well, this is a good education. Oh, it's covering the freaking font. Oh my gosh.
when you believe it for yourself.
There we go.
You can overcome any obstacle in your life when you tell yourself you have the strength to. You can make a whole new life for yourself. A lifestyle change, some people say. But you can do that. It's called manifestation. It's called transmutation. It's called taking ownership and responsibility. It's called radical self-acceptance. It's called no more excuses. I need to have discipline. It's called let me get to the root of that issue and naturally heal it instead of suppressing and pushing it to the back of the mind, putting it on the back burner, allowing negativity and anxiety to thrive. We don't want that, right? When you believe it for yourself.
Right. Power of the human mind. Silly dancing videos.
Can you be
An ad.
you know,
It's cute sand.
all right.
I love this song. I love this song so much. Oh my God. Ooh.
All right, so here's the end.
I really hope they don't copyright the music just because I'm playing a few seconds of it. My goodness. I'd be so sad. Crunchy ASMR outside. Mad.
Bonde das oncinhas,
That was
bonde
good
das
food.
oncinhas, bonde das oncinhas.
That one got copyrighted too. Oh my gosh, another ad. Look at that. It's got like 2 views. Hold on. This is another video I was kind of mad at with the analytics because this video got like 1 or 2 views, I think, on my TikTok, and then I posted it here, and look how much views it has. Like, when I tell y'all the algorithms are different, they are different. 619 views. Literally. And then I posted like this same thing on Facebook, just a few views here, 684 views. And what is it? Oh my gosh, please. Please! There it is. Just the sound and the smoothie. And then talking to them about what's in the smoothie in the comments and such. But yeah. Some things I post with solfeggio frequency, some of them I do voiceovers, some of them is just trending sounds. So like this was literally after a networking event, but I wanted to post this to be like, oh man, I'm sorry, you know, like there's a typo in the business card. So I didn't show my 3rd business card because it's literally like 1 letter off and it's in my contact email. So I'm like, well, whoops. Beautiful tree at the park that I ground with. Whoa! Scrolled up too much. I love this tree so much. It helped me meditate. And trees are amazing at cleansing. And when you hug a tree, you're releasing negative energy. It's amazing. That food was also good too. It's also in the middle, really balanced out the dryness of some of the foods. That is good job right now. Shout out Megan
Where the
Stallion.
7.83 hertz is produced and stays around the earth. So
And there
this
you go.
also helps with the movement of seasons and the changing of the earth's axis. So for
There were
example,
3 people in that class, and one of them was my mom.
hello, back again.
So now it wants to go in order, I guess. But all right. Anyway, we just laughed at that earlier. Play it again. This is, oh my gosh, yeah, okay. Okay, this is literally, and it's, I don't know if some of the captions are gonna get cut off, but this is one of the videos that put all of my research and channeled stuff and things together. So, I just let it play. Please watch this video. It's really cool. And I mean, like, you know, watch it not on this. Go to my channel and watch it so you can see the captions and everything. You know, pause to read it type of thing.
Say guess who?
I hate that this freaking sticker is here. Like, sorry. On my channel's behalf, sorry. There are a lot of similarities from Hinduism and Khmericism.
So
If you're
it's
not
like,
aware.
I know I'm the shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's also like, I don't want to show too much and like
Period.
turn people off or turn people away because I genuinely have more to me than my looks and my energy. Like I have a lot of intelligence and things that I'm putting together.
Right.
So it wouldn't make sense for me to, you know, so it's like.
I was just talking my whole life. I was all getting ready. I love compa music though, for real. Wow, I've been live for an hour and 12 minutes. It's pretty good. It went by kind of quick.
So where were we?
That's a trend.
All right, hello. Here I am.
I said,
back
oh,
with
4:30, I'm
more
gonna check my
alkaline
laundry.
plant-based.
So where were we?
Ah, yes.
So where?
You're holding your breath. Just one touch, I can. And this got copyrighted as well. So they capped it after that one view. Or the few views. I don't know how much it got. I have to go back and look. But, yeah, they copyright strike stuff. I get an email immediately after they're like, oh, copyright. Your views are restricted now. I'm like, damn. Okay. Yeah, the few views that I got. 9 views. This is good too, I think. Methinks.
So where were?
Right, because that's what I clicked on.
Person
No, go back.
Dingle bongle dingle dangle.
No.
person tries to argue with you with zero social skills. What do you gain? A headache. And what's crazier to me is the
This
confidence
is when I
level
shaved
of
my
men.
eyebrows and was
You don't
drawing
perceive
them
the world
on.
accurately, yet get offended as if you were 10, going back to your childish games, huffing and pouting. Then regroup with your friends, insulting, whining, and doubting.
Bingle
Yeah.
bongle.
And then I have some
It
tutorials
goes
on,
from
you know,
this.
herbal teas, or just cooking,
Everyone
or
ate, bathed,
poetry.
and lived freely in Mother Nature's hands. I will never understand why they just take and destroy and continue to break down. We could be collaborating, building empires, royalty of that caliber that even wears a crown. Instead, we are here, painfully close to the point. By missing the fact, the entire planet would shift if men's egos were intact. Yeah, but it's called Pink Flame for the
And this is the Vibrant
Yeah, but it's
Souls
called
night I
Pink
was talking about earlier. These Oh wait,
Yeah,
where'd it go?
there's-
These breakfast sandwiches are so
Hello,
good too.
hello. Welcome back to Alkaline
Juicy
Eating.
peach.
Today, this is
Juicy.
my brunch.
I mean
with
nectarines.
some sliced nectarines, as you can see,
Yeah,
very
nectarines.
juicy, very colorful. That beautiful sunset,
Whoop. Not the light
peachy,
flicker.
vibrant colors, nutrient-rich food. And then here I have a beautiful, as you can see, it fell out the side a little bit, but it's delicious.
Avocado egg scramble sandwich. This is good too for meditating. But these are literally from TikTok.
So here's a good.
That's the ad.
Right next, we're gonna add.
This is how I make
avocado
it.
spread.
This sound was also trending too.
And there you go. It should look like that. And there's your sandwich.
Meow, meow, meow.
Right next, we're gonna.
Delicious, right?
Oh, and welcome back to everyone.
This is really heavy, deep stuff about me.
Start off your day
And then
with some
tropical
delicious vitamin C. Here we have some red and yellow papaya with some pineapple.
Really good stuff, right? But I'm about to just play something to go check the laundry. It's 4:40 now. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I don't want to play music and then get copyright, so hold on a second. Well, actually, here, I'm going to play this really educational scientific video. So y'all can learn in my absence.
To you all out there, Grand Rising Grand.
Ah! 111. Skip 2.
So I want to give a shout out to Key of Life. On
Sorry, I just skipped the whole intro. Okay, hold on.
So if you are someone who is looking for how to get your spark back, how to align your energy, how to ground your energy, how to heal your aura, heal your mind, if you want to word it like that.
There we go. I'm gonna let that play while I check the laundry. Be right back.
Targeting anyone specifically, this is educational content for everyone. Again, it is spiritual science. So I want to give a shout out to Key of Life on YouTube. They posted this video about calming your energy, and this reminded me of the aura, and this is what it energetically looks like. And obviously, this is someone from Kemet with the royal pieces and the crown and the jewelry on, right? But this is an example of someone's aura or auric field being completely, the spark within them is shining, their bright energy, they're healing, right? So if you would like to see the visual demonstration, this is with the frequencies and chakras being lit up from your red root chakra, orange sacral chakra, yellow solar plexus chakra, green heart chakra, higher heart chakra above it, the blue chakra for your throat chakra, the purple for your third eye chakra, or indigo, as some people say, and then darker purple, pink crown chakra. And as you can see, it shows your mental and emotional and soul energy, as well as above that etheric energy, and that is what makes up your aura body. And Now, moving on to the physical signs of this, or things that you could sense, potentially if you're a natural healer, shaman, a seer, anything of that nature, right? Or just someone who's been known to be highly sensitive. This is an example from Demi B of the different types of energetic problems and how they show up. So please go back to their post and take a look at it. It's very informational. So here you could see an example of side-by-side comparison. On the left, as you can see, their chakras are aligned, they are open, their energy centers are not being blocked, and it says a perfect balance of everything that they have, basically. It says a balance of every hue, and around those colors from their chakras, they have a shield of protection of light around them. They are a light body. They have activated their aura, their energy around them is safe and high vibrational. On the right, as you can see, this is the example of a aura that has blockages in it or is open. So it says there are bulges or patterns that show energy distortion, a lack of solar colors, being the oranges, yellows, and red. There's an abundance of blue-green energy that is being depleted, but it is still there, present. Muddy or dull colors reflect negative energy within their aura. And as you can see, this is someone who is, again, still active in some of their chakras, their heart chakra, their throat chakra, but the lower chakras and the crown chakras are not activated and in use. And this is another example of just a different angle of it. On the left, you see someone who has complete activated aura. They have more than just, blue or purple. They're showing a little bit of yellows and oranges, but they are protected around them. Versus on the right, you can see the scatters or holes in their aura. All right, so again, going back to those specific emotions or feelings that are in your aura and your energy is being depleted, here are examples of those specifically with addiction, unmotivated sadness, anger, self-doubt, being deceitful, and being jealous. As you can see, there are different auras and different chakra colors being highlighted, but you can see the stagnancy, the stuck energy, the depleted energy, or the energy that is,
This is really good
fading or
information, right?
morphing, let's just say, around them instead of being protective layer. The auras are damaged when you specifically channel or focus on certain emotions or ways of living, like, for example, again, the addiction. If you live a lifestyle with addiction, your aura can be distorted, or, with self-doubt, you may be, or the unmotivated sadness, it just completely reshapes the way that you see things. All right, so going back to the example of the toric field, biofield aura, you can see that it stems from the heart and flows up and around them. On the left, you can see the electromagnetic pulse being tracked from the heart, and on the right, you can see the frequency as waves on the right, all stemming and flowing from the heart space. So keeping your heart guarded, right, is a Bible verse. Keeping your heart open and soft are things that psychology teaches you, things that other practices of life, like in the Tao traditions in Hinduism, they teach you how to not take things personally and forgive so that you can be healthy. So I want you to just remember this image and think of your energy as your aura, and think of yourself again in those relationships, in those jobs, in those environments. What is your heart feeling? What is the energy around you feeling like? And keep that at the forefront of your mind. Not what people are saying, not what people are doing. How do you feel around people?
And honestly, that quote of Psalm 91, verse 7, 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 may fall at your right hand, but it will not come near you. That one. Actually, I don't want to misquote. Hold on. think it's verse 6 through 7. Let me see. Yeah, it's a promise of divine protection stating wait, hold on. This is BS. So many different versions of the Bible. Oh my gosh. Okay. Keith. Okay, see, this is why AI is BS. Because I'm trying to just directly read a freaking verse. Okay. Oh! Okay. I think it's 5 through 7. 56. No, not 56. 5 through 7. Sorry, technical difficulties. You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall, 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. Clearly a protection Bible verse, right? Or verses, right? But that was speaking about the same thing I just spoke about in that video about your aura and how the protection of your aura and your electromagnetic frequency dictates how protected you are from how strong your aura is from where you put your energy. And I'm really trying to put visuals behind the connections that I am getting. Let me write down verse 5 through 7 though, so you can get the full. So I can get the fullness of that message. It was literally on October 31st or 30th. Yeah, October 30th. 5 through 7 for context. Okay. Yeah, but this is the new international version, so yeah. But what I channeled literally after doing a live from the workshop, I channeled this download that an activated aura is from having all of your chakras open. So I'm trying to do the imagery here so y'all can understand the channels. So this is what it actually, let me take this off the tripod. That would help you guys. One second. Because I want to be able to actually effectively teach this. So the context of that Bible verse is when your auras are open. First of all, they are clear, then they're aligned, then they're open, and the light comes in and, bursts through this energy and this protection around you. This is what an example of someone who's meditating, right? So this is the knowledge and technology from Hinduism, by the way, right? Giving credit where credit is due. So eventually, this is what it would look like in terms of quantum mechanics and, the science part of it. It would be energy and light rays, not just, from your chakras, but around you as well. Sorry, I had to try to place it here so my hand isn't shaky. But this is what it means when they say you're a light body, you're a crystalline body, you're an activated body. All of your chakras are opened, clear, and aligned so that they create the electromagnetic frequency of a bright light from your aura and positive energy. And when you do that, it spreads, and you are called to be the light of this world if you're a Christian. So looking to Hinduism actually helps you understand the messages behind Christianity. And now you know. So if I were to look up, and let's not even do electromagnetic, let's do the sciencey term, toroidal field, and see the quantum version of this. Bam. Bam, 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 right there. That's what it looks like. It's so protected internally that it creates another one around it, right? And then it creates a bigger one around it. So this is the same thing. And this is the best picture that the internet has to show, in my opinion. Ley lines and star maps and guides. Because this is supposed to be the flower of life, like the Metatron's cube or flower of life. And then this is your toroidal field, your electromagnetic field, your chakras being open and aligned, right? And if you have never seen Metatron's cube before, it looks like this, similar to this. But this is all sacred geometry at the end of the day, right? So this is what it looks like apparently when you meditate and you receive, light or answers or messages from your higher self or your angels or your, spirit guides, let's just say. That's what it looks like. So, spirituality, religion, and science are all talking about the same thing. About light frequencies and light energies and light systems. And I have this necklace as well, the Flower of Life. It's a 432 hertz programmed one. Whoops. So yeah. What do I have? These one. Whoop. Clicked the wrong one. These one. It like goes in the right corner for some reason. I don't know. I don't know, but I feel grounded when I do wear it though. That's cute, actually. Very cute. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool tattoo. Definitely took a long time to get all the shading and lines for sure. This is cool too. They did the flower of life. The flower of life, and then you look. What I say about sacred geometry. It's mirroring what's already in nature. Grounding, 432 hertz. Nature, it's all the same thing. We are all mere reflections of the same thing. This is a cool picture too. Or drawing, I guess, not picture. Whoever made that is talented. Let's see there. More sacred geometry. I'm thinking about another thing here. This is a cute flower. Whatever type of flower that is. It's pink one. Whoa, wait a minute. Very interesting. I know that tattoo artist was like, all right, that's a, $1,000 type beat. This is cool too. Flower of life, fruit of life. Well, actually, now that I'm looking at these pictures, the necklace is Metatron's cube and the flower of life together combined. It's not just one. So this is what the back of it looks like, but this is both of it together. You can see it better with the white backdrop. Well, whoa! Okay, let me put the whole necklace on this because I'm fall off. There you can see it now, hopefully. I was trying to get the lighting to focus a little different, but hold on. I just want to make sure y'all can see the detail clearly. I'm sorry. Maybe it's better in the hand to see. Yep. So there you go. So yeah. I've been doing a lot of connections with the research and the channeled messages that I've been getting. And I was about to click off of here. I forgot I was on my YouTube before. Let me go to my what I titled the live stream because I feel like I'm missing something else I wanted to talk about. My channel. Connections, reviewing my predictions, and being tapped in. Well, yeah, I didn't really review the predictions. So let's go back to that video.
Hello, everyone out there.
Let's just watch it,
Yes,
right?
it is I, Jazziel, here with another message from the Spirit of the Living God. Specifically,
The Most High,
the Divine Feminine.
and Mother Earth.
Okay? So,
And this was the year of the rising of the Divine Feminine, actually. And last year was the rise of the Dark Divine Feminine, so that this year we could have the balance and shed the layers of self that were outdated or didn't serve us. And it is also the year of the snake. So all of these things are aligning.
I know I'm a silly, kind of lighthearted person, and I like to share messages about love. But this was a very, 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 very deep message that I got. And before I would get these messages last year, you know,
And blah, blah, blah.
it just flows. Like the energy just was flowing after a minute and a half.
And there we go.
If you were being targeted last year, or you just felt like your world flipped upside down to the point where you had to get grounded almost every day,
Yep.
I want you to know that it paid off.
I forgot how loud this is.
Okay? What you did paid off in the grand scheme of things. Alright? We already know that there's tons of distractions happening right now because the
This is still true. They release a certain, files to distract us.
energy has switched. It's switched, right? You see what's going on with the earth, as above, so below, as within, so without, right?
Right?
The earth,
As the soul, so the spirit. As the spirit, so the soul.
electromagnetic field has changed.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't seen that,
The Schumann resonance spikes this year, right? The solar flares, right?
if you haven't seen that announcement, it's literally changed, right? The North and the South poles have shifted. Okay? So what does that tell you? That tells you that
Yeah,
enough
we're gonna go
people
over the
have
pole
been
shifting
activated
after too.
that the
Crazy.
electricity from us has grounded into the earth. So good job, right? Good job for those of you who are doing the work.
Great job. Oh, whoops. How did I just mute the video on accident? What? How did I even click?
Extremely difficult for me, but it's paid off. It has paid off, right?
Sorry about that.
And the message is that if you keep doing that and continuing to ground and show up authentically and use your gifts, right? Share the information, then the earth will keep responding and keep shifting. Okay? We're seeing through the illusions now more than ever for a reason, okay? The prediction that was given to me is that if we keep continuing to ground ourselves and showing up with the effort that is needed during these times, and we stop letting others use our energy for whatever purposes. It doesn't matter if it's
Government.
an agency or a politician or a job that doesn't give a shit about you, okay? We need to stop letting environments, people, or big names, companies, take your energy, okay? This is the year that the divine feminine, Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, the spirit behind all things natural, she will reveal herself more and more this year, but we have to make room for her.
And has she not? Natural disasters?
We have to keep grounding ourselves. We have to keep connecting with nature, okay? What's going on in the world right now is a balancing of the scales. The scales were too imbalanced. It was too masculine. It was too much frequency manipulation. It was too much reliance
EMF frequency disruptions?
on external things, okay? So what I want to tell you right now is if you are smoking to relieve stress, if you are drinking, if you are addicted to shopping, if you only make time for yourself when it's convenient, and if you are not regulating your eating, sleeping, all of that, you will be extremely imbalanced this year because the split has happened. On the 25th, that was real.
That was in reference to January 25th of this year. And it is the biblical reference of the splitting of the chaff and the tear, I believe is the wording that they used it. But for us here, it was the split between the 3D and the 5D.
Real split. That was a real shift that happened. On
Yep.
the 25-25, that was real.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So if you are choosing yourself and you're quitting, number one, you're choosing yourself, right? You're going on the spiritual awakening, you're following the signs, right? And the second thing is if you're detoxing your body.
I almost forgot that happened
regularly,
this year.
right?
The Great Split.
Third thing is if you're quitting your addictions or your habits that you were relying on to feel safe and comforted instead of choosing the path less traveled, right? You see me outside. What do you see? Cars, 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 cars. Literally, I'm the only one walking the sidewalk. I'm the only one following this narrow path versus a wide road, okay?
Mind you, the road is paved over the earth, and the cars are polluting the air. So all of it is a desecration to Mother Earth and our natural connection to the land. Meanwhile, I'm just walking on the sidewalk adjacent to the grass, closer to the earth, speaking messages from the earth. This is the slow route that's still connected, even though there is some separation. This path with the cars and the highways and the cement, rubber roads and stuff, this is literally Matrix Corporation mindset. That was why I was like, do you see this path less traveled? That's what I meant.
Right? That's a sign right there showing you that you need to follow your own narrow path. Okay? Keep doing that. Keep doing that if you are. But follow your own narrow path. Okay? Follow it. Keep following it. Keep doing it if you are. Blessings to you. Okay?
Also, I'm gonna cut it right there. But also, that was, hold on. A Robert Frost poem that I learned in like freaking kindergarten, I think. Something like that. First grade kindergarten. But it was from The Road Not Taken. And it said 2 roads diverged in Yellowwood, and sorry I could not travel both, but be one traveler along I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth, then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how ways lead on to the way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. But obviously, people know this poem from this line. Two roads diverged, and I picked the one less traveled by. I think they really condensed the way that they wrote this poem. But this is them, before they passed. But that path less traveled line was in reference to this Robert Frost poem about the road not taken. And also that poem is a psychological reference to going down one path that leads to an easier route, but ultimately destruction, versus another path that is longer, but essentially helps you grow and is better for you in the long run, psychologically, I believe. And a lot of other connections I had this year, but they are screenshots on my phone. And I have a lot of health and nutritional stuff that I have in my screenshots, so it would take me a minute to even pull it up if I was able to show my my photos and screenshots. So yeah, check out that video, watch the full, the whole thing to it, but I want to actually look up the split, because I literally forgot that happened at the beginning of this year. Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza. There it goes. So this is literally what we did with our energy, by the way, if y'all are unfamiliar or we're not paying attention. The 3D, oh man, see, this would be better visuals if I had been able to stream and use my phone. But hold on. So because there was a person on TikTok that explained the different dimensions very, very in depth. But I'll go over it quickly here. So going back to sacred geometry, right? And I said this was going to be a long game, so yeah. 0 dimensions is a point, no size, location, or space. In space, right? The 1D is a line, has only length, a single string. 2D, a plane or surface, has length and width, a sheet of paper. 3D has volume, length, width, and height, a cube, a room, things like that. The higher dimensions are, and they say they're theoretical, but we're about to pull, quantum mechanics and higher level physics in the future. So the 4th dimension considered time, allowing movement forward and backward through events, though we typically experience it in a one-way flow. We are experiencing time very differently now today. And then, I thought it was going to go into the other dimensions. I guess they don't count that. Weird. Okay. I don't want to go look it up one by one, so let me just try to see the... Okay, here it is. Jeez. So the 5D is parallel universes, when all possible timelines and choices stemming from our universe's beginning. So this is where we're trying to go to. This is the scientific version of the explanation. I'll explain the spiritual version after, right? But just to lay the foundation. So the 6D is parallel worlds, a plane containing all possible worlds, past, present, and future. 7D is branching realities, combining all realities and branches of existence possible. 8D is all possible physical laws and universes governed by them. 9D is all possible starting points and configurations for universes. 10D, all possible mathematic frameworks for reality itself. And 11D is the grand unified theory, is another word for it, the ultimate dimension where fundamental strings and membranes exist containing the complete code for all possible realities unifying all forces. So, let me see. If I can get the spiritual and actual meaning of stuff. So spirituality refers to these dimensions just simply as layers of consciousness, by the way. So let me zoom in to see. Okay, so here's a good one. The third dimension, duality, density, and the matrix. Fourth dimension, time, thought, transition. Fifth dimension, unity, love, frequency. Sixth dimension, sacred geometry, possibility, oversoul, energy. Seventh dimension is light, sound, collective consciousness. But some say that about the 5D because it's all about unity, love, and frequency resonances. And the eighth dimension is DNA activation, infinity, and pure creation. Some of them go up into the 11th dimension. Some of them go up into the 12th dimension. That's why I'm trying to look at what they have, as public knowledge on Google. But spirit guides and ancestors are in the 7th dimension. The 5th dimension is unity with all beings, and viewing yourself in oneness with all. And again, I'm trying to, and even some of them go up to the 14th dimension apparently. But I'm trying to, this is a good picture of it actually. There's a lot of information on TikTok though about spirituality. That's why I don't feel like I can completely disconnect from it, sadly. So yeah. Maybe this, hold on. Zoom in, please. Oh, here it is. Okay. Spiritual dimensions of reality are different from the dimensions defined in physics. When we're talking about dimensions, we're not talking about places, instead states of consciousness. Here on Earth, we all live life in 3D, 4D, 5D, or the combination of all three of those. The 3D is the physical, the body and the name. Excuse me. 3D is a fear-based matrix where you see yourself as separate from others, divided, separated, identified, othered, right? That's why they have fear, just fear, period. But you see yourself as separate from others, happiness and money, social status. There's a lot of joy, but a lot of suffering. Situations dictate your life. You're not aware of your power. Fourth dimension is the bridge between 3D and 5D. You start to question your reality. You take better care of your mind and body. You try to find your purpose. Intuition and some supernatural abilities begin to develop. You seek a higher, deeper, You seek a deeper meaning in life or a higher understanding of it, is what I meant to say. You start to wake up. That's what happened in 2020, by the way. The bridging of the 3D and the 5D, that's what happened. 5D is what we entered into this year. Some people didn't come with, mind you, they're still in the 3D. But the 5D is unity consciousness, the soul. You understand that we are all one. You start to remember who you are, love, neutrality, strong intuition, supernatural abilities. So when I say I'm in the 5D and then I showed my predictions from my YouTube channel, that's what I mean. I'm literally in the 5D family. I could tell y'all stuff that's about to happen. So yeah. There's a lot of stuff just mixed in here with science and other stuff. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to touch on with spiritual dimensions, I think. Wait, this is cool. Someone did a chart. I don't know who these people are, but the 3D, your subconscious, goes from conscious waking mind, ego-centered, to the 4D, subconscious lower level shadow mind, and then the 5D to conscious higher level wise mind. I've never heard the term super ego before, but okay. In the 3D, your chakras are around the third solar plexus chakra, I guess. Your power, individualism, and control. The 4D is your heart, which is the fourth chakra. Love, harmony, relationships. The 5D is the throat chakra, manifestation, telepathy, clear communication, speaking your divine authority over yourself, saying I'm a sovereign being, a bunch of stuff really, but yeah. Spirituality, 3D, the physical plane, physical body, 4D, astral plane, emotional body, 5D, casual plane, mental body, initial thoughts, impulses, aura. And we just went over the biofield and the auric field together. So yeah. You guys should understand chakras and the aura after all that explaining, right? And then with the 3D, space and time is learning to master space. The 4D is learning to master time. And the 5D is learning to create space-time incarnations, aka timelines. Again, I don't know who these people are, so I'm just not going to read it. But the law of one when you're in the 3D is mobile organic matter, learning self-awareness. The 4D is learning and becoming unconditional love. And the 5D is learning and becoming wisdom. So, there you have it. There you are. I don't recall if I have it written down because I just get some messages about stuff, but like where certain spirit guides or certain lineages or stuff like that is. But yeah, very interesting. As you can see, these are recent videos. One month, 2 months ago, 13 days ago. And also the people who split and made it into the 5D, they don't do this religion stuff. They don't do the devil, God, angels, demons, making me choose. They don't do that. The 5D is like, hey, we're all one. So if there is a demon on me, that means there is a thought that's limiting me, and I need to handle that thought in my subconscious mind and reprogram it and change myself to become angelic. Because again, everything is a choice. So, oh my gosh, it's terrible. But this is also like, this is, I can't, click on it without it going to the video or doing a little preview here. Yeah, or even put my mouse over it, goodness. But this is like the media the surveillance state, the governments, the stuff that we listen to, that we hear, that's chaining us down, the stuff that they're not allowing us to do, the stuff they're shoving down our throats, right? The Oculus, what is that called? Virtual reality stuff, the products, right? 3D, all matrixing. And as you can see, it's keeping them in one space, barely able to do anything. Not able to sense either, right? They can't hear, they can't see, they can't talk, right? The 5D, completely opposite. You are a sovereign being. You are connected to your angelic frequency. Your third eye is open. You are connecting with, what is this? The flower of life, right? We just went over that. Their spiritual body, right? Not neglecting their physical body, but understanding that they are a higher being of light and spirit. This was even 1 day ago, wow. And apparently in 2026, the split will be like evident, I guess. The great split. I don't know how many different ways you could say it, but yeah. And I said, look, the split is widening. 7 strange signs. You're entering the new Earth. But I remember a lot of people talking about the new Earth, so yeah. Yeah. So a lot of Starseed stuff, a lot of New Earth, 5D split, a lot of collective consciousness, a lot of people who are tapped in speaking out about these things instead of just letting people talk about whatever. As y'all can see, I've not watched any of these videos, but yeah, we're all going through a Kundalini awakening right now, if you are not aware. So, yeah. Yeah, I was gonna watch a video, but now I'm like, never mind. I think I went over it enough to chill, I guess you could say. But I don't really post a lot of spiritual content. Talking about things directly, like, oh, star seeds, different dimensions, all that stuff, because I'd rather be a bridge to getting to that. And at the end of this year, I did a community workshop to try to get people to understand their energy and their auras, and focus more on business and marketing in relation to having a business around that. But ultimately, I know, like, I am meant to be someone who teaches about consciousness and how to love yourself enough to ascend, essentially. Which is the same thing that my ancestors had to do. So it's not a shock. It's just the fact that personally, I'm the only one who is choosing to teach and use their gifts, and really just see things from a more, zoomed out perspective. I can't really say completely, oh, this is a zoomed out, looking down type of perspective, because it's like I'm in the midst of it, So I'm never going to say, well, I'm looking above, when I'm right next to you, right? Similarly, right now, where I can say all this great stuff and all this advice and all this knowledge and, spiritual medicine, really, food for the soul, as they say, I'm living with family that's like, well, oh, that's great and dandy, but you have nothing to show in the 3D for it. So yeah, I'm kind of trying to just get more motivated to speak on things in a world that is, oh, cash rules, connections matter, and people approving what you have to say, or a system giving you business and validation, it is a bit challenging to say the least. Not like I'm gonna give up on life, but it's like if you know that you're technically thinking in the future and grounding it into the present time, it's difficult for people who are either living in the past or um stuck in that 3D, like that picture that was, just on this left hand side, right? If that person who's listening and watching and having stuff shoved down their throat to not be able to have that connection to the 5D, to their spirits. Um, so yeah. And actually it's been 2 hours and 5 minutes now, so I think that I don't know, I might pause. No, I might wrap it up, but yeah, because I want to make a completely different live stream about the posters and the different connections that way, to just have it all together by itself, though. Like, I could reference it to people as an educational video versus this live. It's kind of been a little all over the place. But this is oh shoot, what was I gonna say? The poles flipping that I wanted to talk about in the earth. And if you are tapped in, I'm sure you have heard about the 3i Atlas, the comet, so to speak. So yeah. What the upcoming magnetic flip will do to the Earth. 1.5 million views almost a year ago. So let's go over this. Educational content. Oh, Dad! Let me put this back into the tripod.
Earth's shield is weakening.
One second. And with the posters that I did for the community workshop, I did go over the Earth's electromagnetic field, as it is going to show here, but it's also called the Schumann resonance. So if you look up stuff and put, not, the Earth's electromagnetic field, if you put the Schumann resonance spikes or the Earth's Schumann resonance tracker and look at the frequency changes or spikes, then you'll be able to track it, I guess, a little more clearly. But I'm going to let them go over the Earth's
In the past 3,000 years, our planet's magnetic field has lost about 30% of its strength, and it's still dropping. But here's what most people don't know. This might be just the beginning of something much bigger. Stay with me, because I'm about to show you how this invisible force protects us every single day, and what might happen when it starts to fail. So, Earth's magnetic field is our planet's first line of defense, an invisible shield stretching far into space. Without it, Earth would look a lot more like Mars, a barren world stripped of its atmosphere by the solar wind. But what exactly is this shield, and how does it work? Earth is just like a giant bar magnet, but instead of a solid piece of metal, the source is actually a massive ocean of liquid iron swirling deep beneath our feet. This molten sea, about 1,800 miles below the surface, creates electrical currents hundreds of miles wide, flowing at thousands of miles per hour as Earth rotates. Scientists call this the geodynamo, nature's own power plant. The spinning metal creates a magnetic bubble around Earth called the magnetosphere. It's not a perfect sphere, though. It's more like a windsock in space. The solar wind, a stream of charged particles from the sun, compresses it on the day side and stretches it into a long tail on the night side. But here's the really cool part. This magnetic field creates two giant donut-shaped zones called the Van Allen belts, which trap harmful radiation from space. Think of them as Earth's very own particle accelerator, catching cosmic rays and solar particles before they can reach us. But this shield isn't as stable as we once thought. In fact, right now, something strange is happening to our magnetic defenses, and it's happening faster than anyone expected. Remember when I said our magnetic shield is weakening? Well, scientists have discovered a massive weak spot over the South Atlantic Ocean, stretching from South America to Africa. They call it the South Atlantic Anomaly, and it's like a dent in our magnetic armor where the field is significantly weaker than normal. This weak spot isn't just an interesting scientific curiosity, it's already causing problems. Satellites passing through this region regularly experience electronic glitches and failures. It's like they're passing through a cosmic weak spot where our shield can't protect them as well. But that's not all. Earth's magnetic poles are on the move. The magnetic North Pole is racing towards Siberia at an astounding 34 miles per year. That's about 3 times faster than it was moving in the 1990s. Imagine if your compass started becoming less reliable every year. Scientists have found evidence of this pattern before. By studying ancient rocks, they've discovered that Earth's magnetic field is flipped completely, with north becoming south and south becoming north, hundreds of times in our planet's history. The last major reversal happened about 780,000 years ago. But how does a magnetic flip actually work? Remember that ocean of liquid iron? Changes in how it flows can weaken some parts of the field and strengthen others. During a reversal, the field doesn't just switch off and on like a light switch. It's more like a dimmer that gradually fades down and then builds back up in the opposite direction. The process can take anywhere from a few hundred to a few thousand years to complete. During this time, we wouldn't be left completely defenseless. The field becomes more complex with multiple magnetic poles popping up in unexpected places. Think of it like a choir transitioning between songs. There's a period where both melodies overlap. What's crucial to understand is that we're not necessarily headed for an imminent flip. Scientists have identified shorter events called excursions, where the field weakens significantly but then recovers without fully reversing. These happen about 10 times more frequently than full reversals, and we might be entering one of these periods now. But what does all this mean for life on Earth? First, the good news. We're not heading for a doomsday scenario. Remember, life on Earth has survived hundreds of these reversals before. In fact, there's no evidence that past reversals caused any mass extinctions. The most immediate effects are already visible in our technology. Satellites passing through the South Atlantic Anomaly need extra shielding, and some even shut down their sensitive electronics when passing through this region. As the field continues to weaken, these effects could become more widespread. What about radiation reaching Earth's surface? Here's something most people don't know. Our atmosphere is actually our main shield against radiation, and it's as effective as a 13-foot thick concrete wall. Even if the magnetic field weakens significantly, the atmosphere will still protect us from most harmful radiation. However, some animals might face challenges. Species that use magnetic fields for navigation, like sea turtles, whales, and some birds, would need to adapt. But given that these changes happen over many generations, they would likely have time to evolve new navigation strategies. Scientists estimate that at the current state of decay, it might take several centuries or even a millennium before we reach a critical point. This gives us time to prepare our technology and infrastructure. Space agencies are already developing better radiation shielding for satellites and spacecraft. Power grid operators are installing
Sorry about the
equipment to
background
protect
noise.
against
I had to bring my
geomagnetic
plant
storms,
in from
which could
outside
become
and
more common as the field
do some
weakens.
stuff.
We're living in a unique time where we can actually
Oops,
study this
sorry.
process as it happens. With satellites like the European Space Agency Swarm mission constantly...
Whatever. Anyway, so y'all could see this is what happens, right, with the Earth. And let me see. And this was from 2 years ago, talking about the geomagnetic reversal, what it's going to do with the planet. Right? So there's a lot of content out there that speaks about this. You just have to search, right? Seeking you shall find, right? Oh, that's cool. I'll watch that. Stargates are extremely fascinating to me. YouTube recommends some very interesting things. But this is what I was talking about earlier with time, like the past, present, and future currently all exist at the same time, so we're not experiencing time as just going forward, right? Right there, like classified book about the pole shift and extinctions. See, there's so much out there. You just have to look for it. But yeah, so let's see. Because there were definitely articles about it, but let me use a different search platform because I'm tired of using Google and I want to be able to plant trees and help the environment. So this is an article, as you can see, from the beginning of this year before the split. The Earth's magnetic North Pole is shifting towards Siberia, raising questions about unusual movements. And yeah, that's the information. So many freaking ads. Let me just read, please. Like there's literally an ad here, an ad at the bottom. Like, golly, people. So it says and look at that, another freaking ad, amazing. For decades, Earth's magnetic North Pole has been slowly drifting across the Arctic, but recent shifts in its path have caught the attention of scientists and those who rely on precious navigation systems. The magnetic North Pole's movement, which has suddenly accelerated towards Siberia this century, raises questions about what's driving the unusual shift and why its motion matters. The magnetic North Pole is distinct from the geographic North Pole, a fixed point where the Earth's axis meets its surface. Instead, a magnetic is the changing location where the planet's magnetic field lines converge. This field is generated by the churning of the planet's outer core, a layer of molten iron and nickel that begins. Another ad. Oh my gosh, literally what I said when I just want to read. Insane. Drives me crazy looking at all these ads, for real. Thank you. Back to reading. Oh my gosh. So this field is generated by the churning of the planet's outer core, a layer of molten iron and nickel that begins roughly 18,000 miles beneath Earth's surface. As the fluid dynamics of the core change, the magnetic pole shifts over time in a process known as geodynamo. Now, something unusual seems to be happening. The current behavior of magnetic north is something that we have never observed before. A global geomagnetic field modeler at the British Geological Survey says in a statement. Since it was first discovered in 1831 by explorer who cares, the magnetic North Pole has gradually shifted. Over the past century, its movement from Canada towards Russia has accelerated, increasing from about 6 miles per day to a peak of 31 miles annually by the 2000s. However, in the last 5 years, the rate of movement has slowed significantly to about 22 miles per year, the biggest deceleration in speed we've ever seen. And notice how it's only talking about British and American scientists. That's why I'm like, I don't care, whatever, because literally prophets and indigenous communities of people have forecasted, hey, this is what's gonna happen, right? So I don't care about acknowledging their names when it's literally written for hundreds of years ago. Thousands, let's just say. Are we overdue is crazy. What? So they've been talking about this for a long time, right? So now let's look up Schumann resonance spikes, right? And look, you can see, oh, recent stuff, people talking about on YouTube. So this, I guess, happened in 2017, which is cool. And then exploring the Schumann resonance. Yes, the powerful spike in the summer happened. Schumann resonance is weak by far. Let's get more specific. Let's look at some data here. Excuse me, the Schumann resonance. Heck. No, fake stuff. No, I thought it was gonna show a chart. What the heck? This was an ad. Wow. Okay. Forecast. Oh, that's cool. See, literally, solar flares and geomagnetic storms is what I'm looking for. So today, you can see, sheesh, M4. That's pretty high still, as you can see. Schumann resonance is high. I actually don't know what the K index is, I'll be honest. But the solar flare is M4 class. So this is what it looks like for today. And this is from the 22nd to the 30th. So very not good last week. That's why it was so hot. Because it was M5, M5, M7, M7, right? Whereas we have M4 here, high, but the K index is low. When the K index and the solar flares are high, the Schumann resonance spikes way up to the roof. And 222, as I just looked at the clock. Sorry, I thought it would go. Okay, there it is. Okay, I was trying to figure out how to scroll on this thing. Okay, so let's just look at the beginning of December. So it's been extremely high since the 28th of November, as you can see, staying pretty consistent in all three being high. And then on the 30th, the K index dropped, and then it went all the way back up December 1st. And then the K index and the solar flare class and the K index went down, even though the Schumann resonance was still high. The spiking of it was still high. And this is the energy, like the wavelengths, the electromagnetic energy of it. So you can see, like, this is really high in certain qualities, right? But low in the energy of it. And then it's low solar flare wise, but high energy. So this is actually a very important website. I'm gonna email this to myself. December 10th was crazy, apparently. December 10th, really high. December 12th, before my birthday festivities. High, but the solar flares were low. And then on the 14th and the 15th, it was pretty decent. Just the energy on the 15th was very high. So, and then the 21st, my goodness, really high numbers all around. And then on Christmas, it was low. So you could see, you could literally look at this, right? Look at this and track. Okay. This is what happened. This is what happened. Boom. Why do you think that's different? Because people went on vacation. They went and traveled for the weekend, right? Or they went on, their holiday break, right? And then what happened on these days before Christmas, right? People are traveling, doing all the hustle and bustle commotion, right? Right? And then what happens on the 25th? Everything's calm because everybody's peaceful, getting gifts, presents, singing, cooking, coming together, whatever the fuck, right? So these 2 days, you can see with the numbers, went from C8 to C1, went from 7 to 5, and then all the way down, right? And then today is the 28th, so this is what we're at today. The K index has been low leading up to Christmas a few days. Sorry, not the K index, but the solar flares have been low leading up to Christmas. Everything is way lower, right? And then the day after, solar flares are low, K index is low, and then things went back up, but the K indexes have still been low. And then we are here today. Class M4 solar flares, 3.3 K index, and high Schumann energetic waves or frequencies. So there you go. Yeah, so it has explanations here, as you can see. Whoa! I don't think I've seen the actual diagrams of it. This makes sense. This is from the 23rd of December, the hourly magnetic field of the Earth. So this is what it looks like. This is what I'm more acquainted with, I should say, is seeing it with the colors and the numbers on that side. So, oops. Right, and then it goes over the frequencies, and these are all in relation to our brainwave states. So delta, theta, alpha, beta, gamma waves, right? So the 7.83 hertz is the Schumann resonance of the Earth, and it is dealing with the upper theta and lower alpha brainwaves level. 14 hertz Schumann level is low beta waves in the brain. 20 hertz is medium beta waves in the brain. 25 hertz is upper beta brain waves. 33 hertz and above is gamma brain waves. I don't recall a time where it's been that high before, but I've also just been tracking it this year, so hopefully, it doesn't go up like that, but yeah. I'm literally gonna email this to myself because this is too good at explaining it. Like, wow, amazing. And like it says, you cannot stop the Earth's frequency from shifting, but you can adapt to the fluctuations. Grounding or earthing. This is why I said in the beginning of the stream, I'm a grounding coach. I'm a holistic health practitioner. I literally tell people to do this, right? Hugging a tree. As y'all saw my content, I literally do these things. So, and I listen to binaural beats, which is audio therapy. And I showed what type of frequencies and binaural beats I listened to when I went to sleep last night. So there you go. If I could recommend any website right now, I would recommend this because this is extremely informational. Wow. This should be a government affiliated website, you'd think. I guess it's in partnership with these agencies, but this is really cool. solar burst today. Let's see. Oh, so this is K index solar flux. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. We were having class X solar flares. But class A, B, C, M, and X is the different classes. So this was from today, December 28th, 2025. This is what it looked like. Right? And, you know, in reference to the solar fluxes or solar flares, this is a different composition of what it looks like with, you know, different filters. So let's just read a little bit. What is a solar burst? So imagine the sun is a giant boiling pot of magnetic energy. Sometimes this energy gets twisted and snaps, releasing a colossal explosion of light and particles. This is what scientists call a solar flare or a solar burst. The flash, it starts with a burst of X-rays traveling at the speed of light. Second, the storm, often follows by a coronal mass ejection, a cloud of solar plasma that hurtles towards Earth like a cosmic tsunami. And third, the impact. When it hits our planet, it rattles the Earth's magnetic shield. Or, like we just went over, the Earth's magnetic frequency. Electromagnetic frequency, sorry. And what does this do with you? It impacts our Earth. Excuse me. I'm like skimming through before I'm speaking. Sorry, my eyes are quicker than my mouth right now. So our electromagnetic field or our biofield, toroidal field, aura, whatever scientific way you want to call it, is connected to the Earth's. So when we're in alignment and in harmony, we feel the connection of the Earth's electromagnetic frequency changing. So, right, we just went over this, right? When a solar burst disrupts Earth's magnetic field, it can subtly interfere with our internal biological rhythms. It's like trying to listen to a quiet radio station while a thunderstorm rages outside. There is static. So symptoms of this connection, right? Weather sensitive individuals, or empaths, as people like to call them today. They say empaths are for everything. But truly, if you're tapped in, it's a kinesis. I'm sorry, a clair. What is it? Clair, I think it's clairsentient. A knowing, a feeling. Hold on, maybe it's a different. Yeah, I guess it is clairsentience. When you pick up information through physical sensations, gut instincts, emotions about people, places, or situations, experience an energy as physical feelings or emotional waves that aren't their own. Yeah. Let me see if it pops up in a different way. Because there's a clair for every. How did I get back on Google? Oh, I just opened a new tab and it went right to Google instead of Ecosia. Oops. But you can see clear hearing, clear knowing, clear touching, clear smelling, clear tasting, clear feeling, emotion, right? Right. This is what I'm saying. They call people who are clair gifted empaths, and they just completely take away from the fact that there's literally a whole nother level of senses when you are that tapped in spiritually, right? But I think it's clairsentience when it's talking about the gift of picking up on sensations, vibes, sensing auras. That's clairsentience. So I was literally, I just thought I've experienced all of these except for clear taste, and then the dryer went off in the background. So that's how you know. But yeah, I have a lot of claircognizance in terms of channeling. So clairsentience, claircognizance, together is what helped me make all these connections. But yeah, anyway, so when you're solar sensitive or just, really tapped into the Earth's electromagnetic frequency, you get migraines, pressure, a feeling of heaviness in the head, insomnia, waking up at 3 a.m. for no reason. Could be a geomagnetic storm that suppresses melatonin production. Mild or irregularities in the heart palpitations, mood swings, unexplained irritability, or brain fog. So yeah, and then it gives solutions. This is a really good informational and accurate, scientifically accurate website. I really like this. And look at this. Guess what country's not up there? Right. What is this? I've not seen that before. Interesting. I wanted to see if they have a tracker for solar flares or bursts. But maybe if you click on the day. Here, let's click on it. This one. Let's see. I guess not. I guess you could just scroll to a certain point. Interesting. I should really think of making a chart. PTO agent. Low-key, I'm thinking about just downloading this to have on my phone too. Wow. See, like they have a daily. That's interesting. Manage your weather-related symptoms. Whoa, it's way more than 10,000 worldwide. Let me just say that. I don't know where they're getting this information from, to be honest. I don't think I've heard of the term meteoropathy. I've just heard of like a meteorologist. So I would definitely say that I'm a meteo agent. Someone who's a meteor path. Oh, it's meteor. It's meteor. So meteoropathy. Okay. Let me look that up. Wait a minute. See, profits go towards renewable energy, and they plant trees, by the way. See, 245,491,049 trees planted, and almost $100 million dedicated. Anyway, not to get off topic. Well, okay, let me define. Wow, 2 hours and 38 minutes. Very long stream for sure. What? Physical condition or symptom associated with weather conditions. Okay. Like, we just went through a whole website for this, but all right. That's fine. I guess meteorologist would still be the term for it. Okay. What? Security check. Okay, that's interesting, actually. From 2023, it said... Wait, what? I was literally just trying to get to this. I don't understand what just happened. Literally. I'm glad this is on film, though, too, so people can understand, like, how weird stuff happens all the time in life. These random ads. Anyway, biometeorology is the study of the impact of the climate and the environment on living beings. That's what I've been doing, biometeorology. I'm going to write that down, actually. Because being a grounding coach, I still have to explain that. But if I'm like, boom, scientific term, I've been studying. What did it say? What was the what was the first one? Meteoropathy, meteoropathy. I need to hear someone say this word. Like what? I don't know. I don't know. Cause this is literally what I want to do. Like I don't want to just get a degree and do something that's sustainable and makes you comfortable and rich. Like I want to do what the future is trying to tell us in the present about the power of the earth and biometry. Biometeorology, I meant. Meteorology. Because if I were to go back to college, I would want to study something in relation to this and be able to talk about it, and then bridge all of the stuff that I've been doing with life coaching and spiritual science. Let's look up the biometeorology. Because certainly, certainly, being a meteorologist, I don't feel like covers all of this. But this is what I would like to go to school for, honestly. And just really get in there, for real. This is really cool. This is a really cool channel that Spirit just gave me. Wow. I've literally been doing this. Holy crap. Just not, the impact of the weather on this animal or this, insect. Like, I've been studying the stuff with the cell towers, and the 5G energy, 5G cellular, stuff. Literally, altering electromagnetic fields that can have a harmful effect on bees. Literally. And we need bees to pollinate things. So without bees, we would literally stop existing. Yet we want to talk about 5G phones, AI, all this shit. Anyway, and what was the other thing? It was the bees and something else that they were trying to say was about to be extinct. Hold on. How do I look? I'm so thirsty. Hold on a second. I'm literally so thirsty. Oh my god. Okay. It's funny, I was like, I'm gonna wrap it up. And I just put a video on to pivot. I'm so passionate about this. Oh my gosh. News about technology interfering with. I think it was a certain tree that was about to be extinct, if I'm not mistaken. But it was definitely something with the bees. And obviously this is an issue because they use the natural or local, let's just say the local water sources, and they also built these data centers on top of aquifers and stuff for human consumption of the water, and it is being used, the water I'm saying is being used to cool down the computer programs and the computers in general. I'm sorry. not programs, but the computers. So when they overheat, they cool off with some water, I guess. I'm not explaining this correctly. Hold on. But basically, before I read this, because I don't want it to seem like, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. They built these data centers for the technology and AI near natural bodies of water so that they could use the water to help cool off the computers and the technology in the data centers, right? But still, with the water cycling as it does, they need new water to pull from it because the heat created from the computers and the data processing and all this stuff creates steam. And, they're talking about smog and other things that are polluting the air from these data centers. And they're also saying that because people are using AI more, and AI is pushed in every single phone, it's pushed on Google, every single social media platform, right? Like I just had to go to a different search engine, Ecosia, to even be able to get something that doesn't show an AI summary of it, right? It's still here, but I turned it off, right? So these data centers, they use the fresh water to cool off the servers and the computers, and it's generating a lot of electricity, right? And a lot of steam. So it is polluting the air, and it's taking from the natural bodies of water, but also polluting the water as well. So that's how I could explain it, but we're going to read an article that, goes over it in more depth, right? I just didn't explain it well enough the first time. I apologize. So this is from MIT. So, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, right? Okay, so there it is. Explained AI's environmental impact. Rapid development and deployment of powerful generative AI models comes with environmental consequences, including increased electricity demand and water consumption. And you can see this is literally from the beginning of this year. It's only gotten worse, right? And this is what it looks like. Computer, AI software, program, phone, whatever you're using, routes back to these servers. Electricity, right? Water underneath, right? So, and oh my gosh, I have to check the dryer soon. So I'm really just gonna end it after this article. So yeah. The excitement surrounding potential benefits of generative AI, from improving worker productivity to advancing scientific research, is hard to ignore. While the explosive growth of this new technology has enabled rapid deployment of powerful models in many industries, the environmental consequences of this gold rush remain difficult to pin down, let alone mitigate. The computational Oh yeah, and my phone battery's at 24%. So I literally have to get off live after this. Sorry. I was just checking my notifications. My apologies. So okay, where was I? Oh my gosh, sorry. Okay. So while the gold rush remained difficult to pin down, let alone mitigate. The computational power required to train generative AI models that often have billions of parameters, such as OpenAI's GPT-4, can demand a staggering amount of electricity, which leads to increased carbon dioxide emissions, polluting the air, and pressures on the electric grid. Furthermore, that's really important. Those two things, really important, right? Furthermore, deploying these models in real-world applications, enabling millions to use generative AI in their daily lives, and then fine-tuning the models to improve their performance draws large amounts of energy long after a model has been developed. Beyond electricity demands, a great deal of water is needed to cool off the hardware used for training, deploying, and fine-tuning generative AI models, which can strain municipal or local water supplies and disrupt local ecosystems. I didn't even mention that, but a big thing as well, the pollution, the disruption of local ecosystems. The increasing number of generative AI applications has also spurred demand for high-performance computing hardware, adding indirect environmental impacts from its manufacture and transport. When we think about the environmental impact of generative AI, it is not just the electricity you consume when you plug the computer in. There are much broader consequences that go out to a system level and persist based on actions that we take, says this professor. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, here. So specifically, the electricity demands of data centers are one major factor contributing to the environmental impacts of generative AI, since the data centers are used to train and run the deep learning models behind popular tools like ChatGPT and DALL-E. It's very similar to that WALL-E movie, right? That Pixar WALL-E movie. Right? Think about the message behind that movie, right? Interesting. A data center is a temperature-controlled building that houses computing infrastructure such as servers, data storage drives, and network equipment. For instance, Amazon has, fuck Amazon, that company, right? Has more than 100 data centers worldwide, each of which has about 50,000 servers that the company uses to support cloud computing services. While data centers have been around since the 1940s, the rise of generative AI has dramatically increased the pace of data center construction. What is different about generative AI is the power density it requires. Fundamentally, it is just computing, but a generative AI training cluster might consume 7 or 8 times more energy than a typical computing workload. And I'm going to stop right there because I'm getting sad, but this goes into the watts and the megawatts of everything. And this was just in January. So imagine in a few weeks here, right? December, we are going to get a new article, probably like, 1 year later, right? About the entire impact of how that has really disturbed the environment, or the effects, the health effects it has had on the climate and our health now. Because if we're breathing this, smog, nasty air in, and we're also having polluted ecosystems or local water supply, then, it's a bit difficult to say, like, hey, this is something that we're using for a good purpose, when we are literally about to go extinct from using something that is a choice. Which is something that I completely believe is maneuverable, right? You don't need to use AI. We don't need to harm the environment at all. We don't need to pollute shit, right? There's literally an article that I looked up from the Epoch Times, and it says, scientists warn about the rise of AI will lead to extinction of mankind, right after I said that. And this is a sponsored post. And then Data North AI talks about the environmental impact of AI, right? And how they're talking about AI becoming more sustainable and green AI, but I really just, I don't think that we need things outside of ourselves to this capacity, just like how I'm so against religion. Like, I really feel like the environmental impacts of what we do should speak for what's right or what's wrong, consisting that religions have caused a lot of wars and upheavals and division, so separation from oneness, but also it's obfuscated a lot of the original messages behind the truth. And spiritual science was taken out of religion, as well as colonized over time, and a lot of the helpful advices or tools that were given were sanitized and then after a certain point, everything that wasn't Roman Catholic white was just demonized. So yeah, that's another another live stream that would take this long, almost 3 hours. But I want to say thank you for joining, thank you for being here. Let me scoot back a little, my lip gloss. I say thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching the full video. I know it was a little silly with the people who joined and commented in the beginning. But if you've been watching my live streams, I should say, is I used to say, you know, I'm not even going to address the comments. So, funny enough, I had a lot of silly, lighthearted stuff in the beginning to then end on a serious note. But that is the progression of me. And, you know, we did what we sought to accomplish this live. We talked about predictions, went over some YouTube videos, showed my YouTube channel, you know, talked about the impact of certain things that were predicted this year, and learned a new thing about biometeorology and meteoropathy. So yeah, this is very good information. Sorry, I'm trying to copy and paste the links, all the links to the articles and stuff, websites that I just went over with you all. So yeah, I know you learned something if you watched this whole live. Honestly, if you're someone who has never had a spiritual awakening and is stuck in the 3D, now you're not anymore after watching this. So you're welcome, right? But much love to you all out there. Much love in whatever you're doing. And I would hope that we would all ground ourselves, ground our energy, and, you know, achieve greatness in our lifetime, but also collectively ascend into not just consciousness, but into the truth, into unity consciousness, into unconditional love. So yeah, I didn't really have a specific, you know, this is what we're gonna do, bam, 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 bam. So as you can see, a bit of channeling and things came through. So yeah, but I'm going to go charge my phone now and dip because it's 6:22, and y'all saw me eat the only thing I've eaten today. So yeah, the only thing I had before was some water and milk thistle tea. So yeah, it tells you where my body is. But as you can also hear, my stomach has not really growled at all. So I don't want it to get to that point. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I'd really appreciate it if you guys subscribe, like, leave comments, watch the videos, watch the shorts, watch the lives, watch the regular length videos that I post. And you know, 2025 was a year of being myself, showing up, being authentic, and channeling more. But 2026, I would like to have community. I would like to hear feedback from people. I would like to discuss and come together. You know, we could all use community. We could all use more collaboration in the right directions. And one thing I am really big on is being authentic and being someone who is aligned mind, body, and soul. And if you are doing that, the universe will step in and do the rest, right? So yeah, I love you all. Grand rising, grand afternoon, grand evening, whenever you're seeing this again at Zepu. and peace.